So can you say who you are?
I'm Arwen Kidd. I'm a trainer here at Rennaissance Media in Monrovia. And this is Rose, and I will let her introduce herself formally.
Okay, my name is Rose Kaiwuh, and I work for the Rennaissance Communications Incorporated. I serve here as a reporter and a television news anchor.
And can you talk a little bit about the work that you did together?
Well, the work that Arwen and I did together was very, very interesting because we were writing the news, but we didn't know which anchor to take it from, and she taught us the lead, how to get a lead story, and how to do presentation on the radio and both the television. And I think this is quite interesting because when you sit somewhere you don't know what you're doing, you look like a dumb, but then coming up to know what actually you're doing makes you, more elevated.
Rose was at a lot of my workshops on TV. She immediately went to the TV ones because Rose is the anchor lady.
Yes. Actually, that's my work. To anchor on the television, and I found it quite interesting because, the fact that I can inform my audience, the people of Liberia, I think it is a great deal of idea that I'm putting up to the public, and I hope that one day I will get advanced training, somewhere to go and learn more, because I still wish to learn more.
And Rose is also very passionate about women's rights, and she has a focus on women's.
And I have a program called Focus on Women. We talk about women-related issues, be it political, social, economical. We just discuss the issue right to the point, because anything that has to do with women, women, well, those days, not looked upon. Everything was the men, especially here in Liberia. But nowadays, since the election of our president, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she has been putting up a lot of programs for females and women as well to take part in decision making, both in the local and political side of government.
So can you give an example of a specific women's issue that you've talked about on your show?
Yes, we talk about HIV/AIDS, we talk about teenage pregnancies, abuse, rape, and all of that. And these are things that are still going on in Liberia. But I think that with these, awareness going across to the teenagers, to both, ourselves, the men that are involved in these things, I think when they hear and see us talking about it on the television, I know some of them can say, I want to back, not just look at a little girl who as young as 2 years old to be raped and then think they can go with impunity.
And how has your work changed since you started working with Arwen?
Well, I think my work changed a lot because of some of the dramas, and she taught us drama too, taught us some, pronunciations, and I think it's good.
And Arwen, go ahead, sorry.
We did a lot of presentation training as well, so anchoring, and we did live hits, and this is what she's speaking about, the dramas. We did some live taping of stories, imagining we're on the scene at a breaking story and doing live hits, so practicing on-the-spot reporting skills,
and
getting your words
report
together.
On the spot. That was very interesting too, because we saw the film, and when you actually what to do, and went outside, and just did a bit, and your first time doing it, you're like nervous, but then when you get to it, you know what to do.
Rose walked away the first time, but then the second time she was great. She did that. I don't think so. We need to restart.
Erase that.
And Arwen, what did you learn from working with Rose?
I learned a lot from working with Rose. Rose is a great. I see especially the young interns that are girls here really looking up to Rose and really looking up to seeing a strong female role model in the news. And you go out to press conferences with Rose and everyone knows her, and she just has a very good personality for newscasting and really does take a lot of the issues personally. I saw, in her Focus on Women show, she really does care about the issues, and it's nice to see someone passionate about what they're talking about.
And Rose, what do you want to say to the people back in Canada who maybe don't know about the work of JHR and the work that Arwen's doing?
Well, I would like to say to them that the work is very interesting. They should not see it as somebody who's doing nothing. It is a great time of work. It is a great deal putting yourself into it. And Arwen, I give 100%. She's always there putting up workshops and going here and going there. So it's quite interesting. I would like to say to the people of Canada that this group is quite interesting and you should stick to them.